This is CBS News New York.
Now on CBS News New York, a woman killed after an encounter with an ICE agent in Minneapolis amid massive federal deployments. The contradictions between what officials say happened and what witnesses saw.
And demonstrators nationwide hit the streets to protest the shooting, the response we're seeing here in the city.
And as you head out the door, watch for slick spots early on your commute, but then we'll see some spring-like temperatures moving in. We're tracking it all for you this morning.
Good morning on this Thursday, January 8th. I'm Cindy Schuin for Chris Raggi.
And I'm Mary Calvi. And welcome to CBS News New York. We begin with Tony Sadiku and your first alert forecast. Hi, Tony. Good morning.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Cindy. Good morning. I like the sound of spring-like temperatures in January, given it's been such a cold winter. And that's exactly what today offers. When you look at the temperature departure from this time yesterday, you can already see, we've made great strides all week long. You noticed that I definitely did yesterday. It was lovely to be outside. It was a little cloudy. We'll work on that today. It's a little breezy. We'll work on that today. But we've done a lot to the temperatures. And now when I show you numbers, it's 43 right now in Edison. In New York City, it's 43. That's warmer than a normal high. You got 39 in White Plains, Greenwich is 34, Babylon's 35. But you do see a couple of spots that aren't quite above freezing. Places like out east on Long Island, the Hamptons. You go north into places like Poughkeepsie. And the National Weather Service did put out a special weather statement just alerting to where, you got enough kind of moisture in the atmosphere that maybe you get a little slick spots here or there. So just want you to be a little extra cautious getting out the front door this morning. But it's not going to be a huge deal. And we don't have like all the messy weather we had yesterday. Visibility is much better. Radar is clear, so we're in much better shape. So instead it's sunglasses, could do without the big puffer. Temperatures are climbing. Can we do 50 degrees with sunshine? Yes, today's one of those days, Cindy. Easy pick of the week. But we got some changes around the corner we got to track too. Want to give you the first alert on our next rain chance. We'll do that when I see you in just a bit.
Tony, thank you. Now let's check traffic with traffic reporter Guy Standard with the latest.
Good morning, Cindy. We're going to start in New Jersey. We have the usual construction. It has the car lanes closed on the northbound side of the turnpike between exits 8 and 14. And we have construction on the inbound upper level of the George Washington Bridge. 2 lanes are blocked. The lower level, that is open. That's moving well. We have about a 15-minute wait getting onto the span for all of these trucks getting to the upper level. And we have some subway issues in Manhattan. Due to track maintenance, the 3 train is suspended until 5 a.m. A free shuttle bus is running between 135th Street and Harlem 148th. Alternate side parking is in effect today citywide. Mary and Cindy, back to you.
Guy, thank you for 33. The deadly shooting of a 37-year-old U.S. citizen by an ICE officer in Minneapolis has now sparked outrage and protest nationwide.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and President Trump say the shooting was an act of self-defense, but they're now facing pushback from top state and local officials. Christina Fan joins us now with more. Christina.
Cindy and Mary, good morning. This shooting occurred during an ICE operation Wednesday morning. The Department of Homeland Security called the driver a violent rioter who weaponized her vehicle. But city leaders say she was a legal observer of federal actions in the city. We'd like to warn you, some may find the video of the shooting disturbing. In South Minneapolis, hundreds of mourners turned out for a vigil where 37-year-old Renee Good was shot and killed by a federal officer Wednesday morning.
Anger, sadness, frustration.
In this graphic cell phone video, you can see ICE agents approach a red SUV partially blocking the street and attempt to pull Good out. No! But she starts to drive off. 3 shots are fired and the SUV slams into a parked car.
What the did you do?
Police say they found Good with gunshot wounds to the head. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the officers were attacked first.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him.
But witnesses say what they saw contradicts with that account.
I just can't let this narrative that it was self-defense go any further because it's absolutely not what it was. And yeah, my neighborhood, my neighbors, we're all going to be pretty traumatized from this for a long time.
More than 2,000 federal agents have been deployed to the Twin Cities to conduct immigration raids and help with a widening fraud probe. Mayor Jacob Fry had this message for them.
to ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here.
Secretary Noem says it will be up to the FBI ultimately whether or not they release body camera video. She also said that the officer who shot and killed the woman was previously hit and dragged by a vehicle in June. Cindy and Mary, back to you.
Christina, thank you. Rising tensions here in New York City over the deadly ICE shooting in Minneapolis.
New Yorkers took to the streets last night to protest and call for justice, with more demonstrations expected today. Naomi Ruckham joins us live from Lower Manhattan with more on this story. Naomi.
Cindy and Mary, good morning. In just a couple of hours, a group of New York State lawmakers and other advocates will gather again here at Foley Square to share their message of concern over that shooting in Minneapolis. It comes just hours after another group gathered here last night, spreading that same message. That group of hundreds of protesters gathered here starting around 6 o'clock last night. The group protested for several hours, at one point marching around the federal immigration building right nearby before returning here to Foley Square. After seeing the video from Minneapolis, organizers say they anticipate more ICE agents coming to New York. They say their plan is to be more organized than law enforcement officers. Mayor Zorhan Mamdani also spoke out against the shooting, calling it horrific. Adriana Suarez was in the crowd last night. She has lived in New York for a decade after immigrating from Venezuela.
The outcry showed the disbelief, the hurt, the anger, the fear, all the emotions that we're feeling right now.
We know that when ICE agents attack immigrants, they attack every single one of us across this country. And this is a city and will always be a city that stands up for immigrants across the 5 boroughs.
Lawmakers and other advocates will gather here around 9:30 at Foley Square to demand more protections for immigrant families. Then around noon, another group will gather over here at the immigration building outside of the courts to share that message as well. Cindy and Mary.
Naomi, thank you. And stay with CBS New York for continuing coverage of the deadly ICE shooting. We'll bring you the latest updates online at cbsnewyork.com.
Frightening moments caught on camera of a bodega robbery in the Bronx. Surveillance footage captures 3 suspects storming into El Sitio Deli Grocery near Intervale Avenue in the Longwood section on Tuesday night. Police say one man held the clerk at gunpoint as the others took cash and jewelry. According to United Bodegas of America, the suspects made off with more than $3,000. The organization is calling for increased protections for bodega workers.
See how bold these individuals have gotten. We need panic buttons. We need high-tech cameras. We need direct communication with the local precincts.
The NYPD says no injuries were reported and no arrests have been made. The United Bodegas of America is offering a $5,000 reward to help catch the suspects.
4:38 right now. The hero from the Bondi Beach attack in Australia was in New York City last night. Ahmed Al-Ahmed was honored at an annual charity awards gala in the city benefiting Israel. He gained international attention after risking his life during the deadly December attack in Sydney, tackling and disarming one of the 2 gunmen. 15 people were killed, dozens more injured. Al-Ahmed says he acted to protect others in the chaos.
With my blood for Australia and for humanity, for all innocent human being, and I will do it anywhere in the world. I'm feeling good. Thank you, gentlemen. There's some pain, but it's all good.
Al-Ahmed was shot 5 times during the attack and has undergone several surgeries. He will also undergo medical treatment while here in the United States.
The U.S. has seized 2 Venezuela-linked oil tankers just days after the capture of ousted leader Nicolas Maduro. New video released by the Pentagon shows U.S. forces taking over the tankers, one in the Caribbean, another in the North Atlantic. Both tankers were sanctioned for smuggling Venezuelan oil. The Trump administration briefed lawmakers Wednesday on its plans regarding Venezuela's oil reserves, saying it intends to take control of 30 to 50 million barrels of oil and oversee its sale. Democrats call the White House's plan theft. The new CBS poll showed nearly 6 in 10 Americans think the administration's goals in Venezuela are a lot about the oil. And when it comes to last weekend's operation to remove Maduro, just over half disapprove.
The Department of Health and Human Services issued new federal dietary guidelines yesterday.
Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. rolling out what he calls a major overhaul of federal nutrition policy. The redesigned food pyramid flips the script, emphasizing protein, dairy, healthy fats and fruits and vegetables, with whole grains now at the smallest part. Kennedy says the goal is making nutritious food more affordable for families.
The idea that a cheap meal made of processed food is cheap is an illusion, because you're paying for it on the back end. You're paying for it with diabetes, with obesity, with illness.
School lunches will also have to meet the new guidelines because they are funded by federal dollars.
4:40 right now and happening today, the New York City Health Department will begin holding regular briefings, updating the public on the flu cases in the city. They will be held by acting NYC Health Commissioner Dr. Michelle Morse. According to the CDC, flu and flu-like illnesses are near a 30-year high in the United States. All but 4 states are showing high or very high levels of activity. The CDC is recommending everyone 6 months and older who has not yet been vaccinated this season get an annual flu vaccine. The first briefing will be this afternoon at 2:15.
Coming up, sentencing today for the man convicted in the brutal killing of a Westchester County social worker, the punishment he could face.
And a sudden courtroom twist in a high-profile murder case. Why Nick Reiner's arraignment has been delayed again.
It is 4:43. Let's check this warm-up with Tony Sadiku.
Yeah, and this is a welcome warm-up, Cindy, as temperatures finally achieve something that we can really be excited about. Numbers right now, 43 degrees when you step out the door. Where's the cold air? Well, it's taking a break for a while as we introduce this March feel. You got a taste of it yesterday. It was really, really nice to be outside. It was kind of gray. But still mild. And the pattern continues today. Some rounds of rain to let you know about, but I still think today is going to be a dry day. Just really quickly want to revisit yesterday's highs. Yes, there was a range in the numbers. If you're in Monticello and you're parts of Sullivan, you didn't quite capitalize on the warmth some of you got. A place like Farmingdale, 51. The high, Belmar got to 52. Toms River, 55. In the city, we got close to 50, but you got there. Mid-50s in Newark, 50s reported at JFK. Now down, we've gone overnight as skies have cleared a little bit. Winds have calmed down a bit, too. And we've got numbers that are generally from the low 30s to the low 40s. Mount Vernon's 40, Tarrytown's 40. No real threat of black ice for you. But it's some of these areas further north and west, higher elevations, where temperatures are cold enough that we do have to watch out for a couple of slick spots. Liberty's 34 right now. Tenafly's 43. Today, it's a lovely looking day. Looks good, feels good too, especially this afternoon. So any morning chill will feel better this afternoon as temperatures can climb. It's a little warmer than yesterday. It's even warmer tomorrow. And Saturday, that's when temperatures start to drop off a little bit. We've got the system to track moving in the middle of the country. Just wanted to show you how things develop. Dry today, dry start to tomorrow. Most of the day dry tomorrow. The exception is the evening commute. A few light showers. This is not really the main event. Doesn't arrive till Saturday. Now, Saturday is trending okay in the morning. We'll just still have to track the position of where the boundary is. There may be some wet weather in the morning, but the odds are the rain spreads in the afternoon. And some of the higher resolution models coming in now are starting to show maybe you get a little flakes north of the city. But I still think overwhelmingly this is going to be rain and light to moderate rain at that, which could make Saturday a little soggy. Here's your first alert 7-day forecast. A terrific Thursday ahead. And you know, the mild air is not in like a super big rush to leave. We still have it over the weekend, but you can't ignore the icons, the rain chances, Friday and Saturday. Rain, by the way, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you got skiing plans, maybe it's not